What would happen to a body if you put it in those sludge ponds where you worked?
A lot of times they sit on top, finally rot, die on top,
Right.
and then they'll stay there.
The person giving a disturbing explanation is James Prokopovitz, who is now being questioned about the whereabouts of his wife, Victoria Prokopovitz, missing for the past 6 years. It all began on April 25, 2013, when Victoria suddenly disappeared from her home on Kunesh Road in Pittsfield, Wisconsin, and the last one to see her was none other than James.
I did not advise her. I did not hurt my wife that day. I did nothing to her.
Authorities are certain he discarded Victoria's body in a sludge-filled industrial pond close to his workplace. But this manipulator isn't ready to admit to this suspicion just yet, leading to one unsettling question. How long will he avoid the truth to hide his secret? No one expected the tragedy awaiting 59-year-old Victoria Prokopovitz on April 25, 2013. On this date, Victoria went missing without warning from her home at Kunesh Road in Pittsfield, Wisconsin, around 10 p.m., following an argument with James over a tablecloth. The case went cold for 6 years due to insufficient evidence and the lack of a body. However, reopening the case in 2019, the police focused their suspicions on one place, an industrial sludge pond located near James's workplace in the Green Bay area of Wisconsin. According to the witness statements, 67-year-old James has always been abusive towards Victoria, and before her disappearance, he was the last person to see her alive. So the police suspect that he may have disposed of Victoria's body in this sludge pond in order to do away with all the evidence. Considering these doubts, the detectives interrogate James in 2019, and what resurfaces next will shock them.
First, the three of you sit down and have dinner. Yeah. At some point, Les goes upstairs. I'm thinking he went upstairs. She was putzing around. Yeah. I remember what room? No, putzing around. She was putzing with the bird, and I don't know. I was laying in bed. Had TV on. I was listening, watching stuff that I don't remember what I was watching come out of the bed. No, not at all. Until I woke up about 3:30. Well, you said that you were here when you told her that you were going to be going to bed. I was here when I said I was going to go to bed. I went to bed. Then you watched TV. Then watched TV in the bedroom. Where was she when you went on TV? I don't know. In the house. In the house. Okay. She was in the house as far as after 8:30. To your best recollection, where in the house was the last time you physically saw her? Right here in the kitchen when I walked into the bedroom. And that was at 8:39. About 8:30, 9 o'clock. And then you watched TV and you stayed up for how long? I don't know when it was. Maybe a half hour, maybe 45 minutes, maybe 15 minutes. And your impression was she was in the house. She was in the house at that time. Then now let's move to the next one. Now you're up. Get up at 3:30. About 3:30. I don't know, 2:30, 4 to 4. Yeah. And tell me what you do the first thing you do. I get up, go to the bathroom, take a holler for her. Honey! Thought maybe she was down in the basement. She put out the basement. This woman, Vicky, constantly had to be doing something when she was on TV. Why don't you go to the bathroom and then show me what you did that morning? And if you have to follow, I don't really. I went to the bathroom. You don't remember that time? Yep. I went, honey. Well, then I went. Hollered upstairs. I went up and just hollered up the stairs. Okay, go ahead. I just walked over here. Go ahead. Do exactly what you did. Yeah, I walked over here and said, honey. Okay, and she didn't answer. Okay, then I went here, went down in the basement. But she was down here. Turn the light. Down the steps. Honey! Okay. I walked over here, I think it was. I don't remember. Here first, one. I walked over here, opened this door, it wasn't open. I looked in here, she was in here. Okay, did something, nothing here. Okay, then I went looking in here, and then I looked in here. Okay, I don't remember if it was in that order. And Jim, do you remember if she's not answering to your yells? Do you remember why it is that you felt the importance to look in every spot? Because she tried to help down here in the basement once. That's why. Okay. It's that simple. Yep. So you were looking. I found her in that room. Okay. So you were looking to see if she was in distress?
Yes, I was.
Okay, that's why we're asking.
That's what I was looking for. I thought, if she tried something big, I could find her.
Then what happened after you went? You went outside?
I went outside, yeah.
Okay. That's okay.
How I put it out here, and I think I walked, I don't remember if I walked in front to look or not.
Okay.
I went over by the garage. Well, I could just tell you, I walked over by the garage. The doors are all locked on the outside. I think sometimes you can hear when you walk like this. So whatever you can remember, fine. Whatever you can't remember, okay. I'm still looking for her. Yeah. So I walked over here. I saw all the things were in the doors. So I knew there was no way she was in there. No way they could be locked out. So then I walked over here.
From the point you got up and started looking for beside the exit.
Yeah.
Besides that, what we just walked and did that take about the same amount of time?
Pretty close, because I was going pretty fast. Good. Okay. Then you went to the truck, and that's when you went to look out. You did about 4 o'clock. I don't know exactly what time I got. I don't know. So you thought it was sometime between 3:30 and 4:30. Which I know you're supposed to be at work that time. You decided to do it.
And then just walk me through what you remember you were thinking or why you
I was thinking, I don't remember which way I went first. That's okay. Seatbelt on. I don't need to get the damn ticket.
Okay, thank you for reminding me.
Just talk through it. I don't remember. I'll show you the roads I went on. I have no idea what kind of state of mind she was in or what person she was. She had multiple personalities. I told you that. Yep. And I had no idea who she was in. And if she changed or didn't change or whatever.
What are you thinking when you're coming there now?
I'm hoping I find her just shut. So
Drive exactly the way you remember when you're.
I drove in here. I didn't get out.
So drive where you drove. You drove in here or here, I don't know.
I don't never mind. I think I drove in this one.
Okay, go ahead. Do what you remember best. So you said you didn't get out.
I didn't get out. I drove by here. I didn't go in. Just drove by and looked through the window to see if anybody was there. Didn't see anybody. There was no cars here, no nothing.
Gotcha. Okay.
Went around.
There was no cars in the drive.
No cars were at the pumps.
Oh, okay. How about park? Do you remember any?
No,
Did you go to Maplewood at all?
no, I didn't go to Maplewood.
Okay, so then you just turned around.
I turned around. I went back.
Okay, so went in the shell, went in the front, you never went in the back?
No, never went to that.
The police began the interrogation by arriving at James' home. This is a useful tactic, as it allows them to analyze how aptly James recounts the events leading up to Victoria's disappearance. As per James' statements, Victoria's poor mental health led her to attempt suicide a couple of times. But the catch is, Victoria's last attempt was over 10 years before her disappearance. Furthermore, even Victoria's psychiatrist testified that in the days preceding her disappearance, she was in a good headspace and didn't show any sign of mental distress. Moreover, James claims to have driven to a Shell gas station in the hopes of finding Victoria following her disappearance. But this narrative is utterly false. That's because right after Victoria's disappearance, the police didn't find James anywhere near the gas station, while checking the CCTV footage of this location from 2013. Furthermore, Victoria had survived colon cancer prior to her disappearance in 2013. This led her to have a colostomy that was later removed after her recovery. Due to her illness, she was left with scars and limited mobility, making her unlikely to walk long distances unaided. Moreover, when the police searched his residence, they found specks of blood. To take things further, the authorities also confirmed James's timeline with Victoria's biological son Wesley Edges, who goes by the name of Wes. While interrogating James in Wes's presence, his partner Kelly Walters, also known as Crystal, is about to confess something that will further incriminate James.
Do you have something for us before we take on?
I don't understand. It makes me upset that maybe with somebody and somebody, you don't go off to another woman. I think it's wrong. I really do.
What's wrong?
That he goes to Abby all the time.
Oh, well, yeah, that's his business.
I know that's his business, but he's still married to him. You know? And it hurts me. It
Right.
really does bother me.
Yeah. I mean, we can understand that.
And the fact that he had an affair with her before that, And explicit pictures were of her.
And how do you know those things?
How do I know them things?
Yeah, how do you know he had an affair? And then how do you
Wes
know?
told me.
Okay, so Wes informed you of that.
Yes.
And how long ago had that been prior to Vicky going missing?
I don't know, all the time. I mean,
Okay. And what did Wes base that off of? Did he see something? Did he just learn something? Hear
he
something?
knows that the pictures were of her.
Okay, and tell us more about those explicit pictures. Where did he see those or find those?
I'm not sure exactly. I think you see them a couple somewhere, but I don't know where.
Okay.
I haven't asked him that. Wes is so stressed out. He doesn't want that.
Yeah, and we're working toward that. We want to bring her back.
Wes accused James of having multiple affairs, which gives a strong motive of why James may have had anything to do with Victoria's disappearance. Initially, the police had suspicions on Wesley. However, at the time of Victoria's disappearance, he wasn't home, indicating that he had no role in this. And to make matters worse, James was the one who casually told Wes of his mother's disappearance the next day at 4 a.m., with no sense of urgency. In addition, Victoria mentioned to her psychiatrist about James' unfaithfulness on several occasions. And right after Victoria's disappearance, James started an affair with a woman named Catherine Friday, also known as Kathy, who he claims to have met at a casino. Besides Wesley, Victoria had two biological daughters, Stacy Deere and Marcia Lowritz, from a previous marriage. So right after Victoria's disappearance in 2013, her daughters also became suspicious of their stepfather James. Following these pieces of evidence, the investigators decide to carry out a John Doe trial on May 8, 2019. This is a special proceeding held before a judge without a jury to determine whether there is enough evidence to move forward with criminal charges. Shortly after the trial, the investigators decide to interrogate James again about Kathy and his role in Victoria's disappearance.
What do you think about all this?
She had nothing to do with it. Nothing at all. Absolutely. Nothing to do with anything. I didn't do anything to Vicky.
What are you thinking about this? I don't care about her. We're done with her. Okay? We're done with her. She's taken her responsibility, and we'll go on from there.
Whatever you want, ask me questions. I'll tell you anything I can to straighten something out. But if she goes to jail, I'm not going to be a happy camper.
Hold on here. She made some choices.
I know she did, but I'm still not going to be a very happy camper.
Vicky's dead. Vicky's dead.
Okay, if you say she's dead, she's dead.
I don't know. Vicky's dead. I don't know. I don't know. That is the truth. This whole case has a lot of ripples. And you can see that. You know, it's one of the ripples is one of the loves of your life. She is also in custody. Is it worth that, Jim? She should be home, watering your donkeys, letting the dog out, feeding the peacocks. She is a mess. And you have to admit, Jim, she's involved in this because of you. I'm not blaming. That's just the facts.
Yes,
and
I know.
She has come to that realization now.
Okay. All right.
You have to be truthful and honest, Jim, or whatever you want to salvage here. I mean, you are going to lose the entire world.
What do you want? What do you want me to say? What?
It's not. No. It's not what you want to ask. It's not what I want you to say. Vicky goes missing. Okay?
Yeah.
To the best of your recollection, truthfully, how long does it take you to reach out to your friend Kathy?
5-6 weeks? I don't remember.
All right, 5-6 weeks.
Somewhere in there.
I'm going to write it down. So 5-6 weeks.
Maybe longer. But somewhere in
5-6 weeks plus or minus.
Yeah.
Okay. If that's the truth, I'm with you. Okay. You called Kathy.
Yes, I did.
You're going through a bad time.
Yep.
You've been sweet on Kathy for a long time.
No,
good,
I'm
sweet. Well, good friend.
Good friends.
Whatever. Okay. You call her up. How does that work?
I called her up.
Do you have the phone number?
Yeah,
So you know how to get in touch with her?
I know how to get touch with her.
Go ahead.
And I said, hi, how you doing? She said, I know it's your birthday this month, or what was your birthday in May? I said, happy birthday, how's everything going? Well, not good.
Okay.
That's what she told me about Marv dying, passing away. That guy who was living with her for 30 years. Then that he had had heart surgery, whatever. She asked me how things were going. I said, not good. Vicky disappeared. And she felt, here I'm telling him about Marv, and his wife took off on him.
So she felt crappy about that.
She felt crappy about it.
Okay.
So I don't remember if it was that phone call. It may have been. I said, how about we meet in Wittenberg or something, halfway, have coffee and just talk about it.
Sure.
No, I don't remember when it was decided when we were going to meet or where we were going. We knew it was going to be at the truck stop.
Fair.
I said, I'll be parked up there in that blue pickup truck that I had for work. I said, I'll be along.
Was she familiar with that?
No.
Okay.
Nope, she didn't. Never saw it before. Had no idea what it was, what it looked like, what.
Okay.
I said, there'll be a fuel tank in the back, you'll see, and probably pretty dirty. I said, I'll try and park on the west side or east side of the truck stop up there, or the building, but, you know. She pulled in, I recognized her when she pulled in.
Did you know what her vehicle was?
No, I didn't know what it was, but she pulled up right alongside of me, looked at me and smiled. And I knew it. I knew her smile. I knew it was her. Yep. And we got out, gave her a hug, and we talked and talked.
How long?
Oh, for a while. I said, you want to stay at the hotel tonight? No, I don't know. She was looking. I said, well, why not? Because her son was home, take care of his affairs, right? I said, yeah. I finally talked her into it. We ended up in bed together. Yeah. Got up early. I kept me.
So I wasn't far off. When I say you're sweet on her, you're sweet on her.
Oh, I was. Yeah, not before, but I you know what I'm trying to tell you.
Absolutely.
If she wouldn't have come, I probably, if she would have said, no, we don't want to meet, that probably would have been the end of it. Came and she met. And
What the hell?
Yeah. And like I say, there were, years ago, I know you probably heard this, I told it how many times, how I got to know her. And then after I quit over the road, I still kept in contact with her every 3, 4, 5 years. I call her. You try and remember in May. Okay. Say, hey, happy birthday, how it's going?
Although there's no obvious evidence of Kathy playing a part in Victoria's murder or disappearance, she is accountable for perjury. Perjury is an offense where a person deliberately gives false information to mislead the legal proceedings. Kathy blatantly lied about when and how she began her affair with James, but it has not been publicly confirmed exactly when James started an affair with Kathy. According to Victoria's children, James confirmed this relationship within a month of Victoria's disappearance. Wes also stated that James wished to have married Kathy if she weren't already married. In the next footage, the detectives are about to intensify their questioning by dragging the allegations of his mistreatment towards Victoria.
At what point, Jim, do you find out about, or how does the casino story, how does that come about? Be honest with me.
We just figured it'd be better than saying we met and shacked up right away the first night. And
who thought of that?
I don't remember if I came up with it or Kathy came up with it.
And just tell me, that sounded better to you guys because why?
I don't know.
I mean, if you got two consenting adults, you go to the motel, why do you have to have a story?
I don't know.
I don't know. Okay.
I don't know why.
And you don't remember whose story that was?
No, I don't. If I mentioned something that way or she mentioned something that way.
But there was an agreement between you two.
Yes. That would be the story. This is the story. If they, whatever, that was the agreement between us.
We know for fact, okay, there are some things domestically before Vicky.
Yeah.
That happened.
There was some, yes, but some of that stuff did not.
Give me one, for instance, that did happen.
About busting a gun, he threatened to go commit.
Okay.
I took the rifle in and smashed it, bent the barrel, broke the stock off.
Okay.
That did happen. Right? But as far as pointing a gun at them, at their head, no. That I did not do.
But so some of that happened.
Some of it happened, some of it didn't.
But why would multiple people, Jim, okay, all tell the same lie? I'm just saying, I understand. I don't think that's probable.
I think that I know where you're coming from.
And do you, let's say, hypothetically, okay, let's say it really did happen, okay? What would be your reasons why you wouldn't want to be honest about that or tell the truth about that?
You get in trouble, I suppose. Well,
Not now anymore.
No.
But related to now.
well, I suppose related to now, he was violent. He might do something stupid. He was violent.
Okay. Now, whether you admit to that or not, Jim, it's out there,
Mm-hmm.
and I can tell you that it would be my opinion that Jim's probably not credible. The other people are credible because we know that they told some truth. They told the truth on something else, and the court knows that there were lies, right? Right?
Yeah.
So it's the same thing with anybody, any profession. If you lie about this, you lie about that.
Mm-hmm.
And if you lie about this and that and that, I mean, then everything is out. It kind of out the door and gets attacked.
Yeah.
And it looks ridiculous. Give me another domestic thing.
I think Jim wants to fix the one you just talked about. I think with the whole, you were fed up, you broke the gun. You may have not pointed the gun at him.
No, I did not point the gun at him.
Was there a time that maybe the gun, they may have felt that it was pointed in their direction?
That's possible.
I mean, you're in a tirade and hey, I talk stupid when I get mad.
Yeah.
So he probably talks stupid when he gets mad.
Yeah.
I have to believe you talk stupid when you get mad. We get stupid.
Yeah.
Okay. So whatever you're saying or doing, and you always have to remember, it's maybe not what you meant to portray. Okay. You might not mean it, but how does this person see it? How does this person feel it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't know what their perception is.
How would your daughter have maybe possibly perceived this whole gun thing? And then this is your chance to say, "Oh, honey, that wasn't my intention, but I could see how you may have perceived this."
Lisa?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Was there a time that you were waving because you were talking with your hands or something?
Yeah.
And you
around, you're up.
Yeah.
you had the gun in your hand.
I had the gun in my hand, yeah.
Is it possible that when you were flaring it, when you muzzle somebody, when you
It's possible.
And even with a stupid comment, all you're going to be doing is waving a gun and saying, "I oughta." Well, you oughta what? I oughta throw it out the window, or I oughta kill you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Lisa, that when it happened to be swinging it around or whatever, or when I took it to smash it, I can't remember if I had it by the barrel. I think I had it by the barrel. I slammed it, broke the stock off, and bent the barrel out of it. Just a little bit.
And during those whole waving around, the gun might have been waved in her direction.
This is all happening.
And out of anger, you may have said something stupid like, "I'm going to hurt myself," or "I'm going to kill you," or something like that.
James allegedly pointed a gun at Victoria amid an early incident. This incident was leveraged by the prosecutors to highlight his violent demeanor. Now that the detectives gave a much-needed glimpse into his past, they are about to bring forth another terrifying revelation.
There was major things going on with your drinking, with your lying, with your staying out too late.
I never lied to her. Never lied to me.
We don't consider being unfaithful to her, none why.
Well, I told her about it. She found out about it. I admitted it. I told her it happened. So I suppose,
but she had to interfere to you. You didn't come home and say, "Hey, guess what I did?" You know what I mean?
No.
So that is a huge knock in the teeth, man. I mean, that's hard to cope and deal with.
I know it is, because that's what happened with me in my first life.
I get it.
Did me in
So as much as it is for you, it was for her.
I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was.
You know what I mean? So I'm just, she's really getting a bad rap here, and I just want to be fair to
I'm
her.
not trying to give her a bad rap. I'm just,
But you hear what I'm saying?
yeah. I don't know. It doesn't make any difference. You guys wouldn't probably look anyway. But when she was in the hospital, I don't remember if it was the recovery surgery or the surgery. But she called 911 and said, I think she had changed.
Her clothes.
No, she changed personalities. She called 911 and she was whispering to me on the phone. Jim, I called 911, but they hung up. The kids are in a wall. They're hiding the kids in a wall. I'm at work talking to her on the phone, and she's telling me the kids are in the wall, locked up.
We've heard that story, Jim. We need to talk about what's not accurate. We've already heard that story several times.
Yeah, from me.
From you.
All right. I'm sure there would have been a record of a 911 call.
We're past that. It's fine.
Well, I'm just telling you that would happen.
I don't need to hear what you've told us.
Do you really believe in the bottom of your heart and soul that she had multiple personalities?
Yes, I do. 100%. Because I
That was a good acting job.
No. I talked to her when she would change.
Well, I get that, but
one would be a young one,
yeah.
and she'd call me Big Daddy Jim.
The next one is going to be the next story, Jim. I don't want to hear the same story.
I asked, so it's,
Well, it was. That's what she was.
I apologize.
And one was a devil. Jay's right.
You're right. And she would make the noises.
She sounded like a and she would. And her psychiatrist didn't believe it.
I know. He did it in his office. I can tell the story. I've heard it.
All right. Well, you asked, and I'll tell it.
I asked.
If she had multiple personalities, and I told her.
I asked.
She did. I can't remember where all I went. I took you guys. I may have even missed some roads.
Maybe you did.
As far as that Shell station, hey, I may have went around the backside and came up.
Jim. That day, you were emphatic about where you were when you arrived at that station. We proved you wrong.
Yes, you did.
Just bear with me. Don't get all worked up on me.
Okay.
We proved you wrong.
Okay.
It doesn't feel good to be proved wrong when you're in your seat when everything is going on.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That didn't happen, Jim. You know what I'm saying?
What didn't happen?
You weren't at that station.
I swear, I went by the station and didn't see anybody or anything.
Well, you can see a certain amount of road with the cameras, though.
You swear to God I was by there. By that station.
It didn't happen, Jim. That didn't happen. Because video doesn't lie, Jim. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. I swear to God I was down that road. I swear to God I was. And I was by the casino.
You weren't in front of that station.
I probably, if you said no,
when you drove in, when you drove in and you said you were right there, I stopped and I looked in.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
You weren't there.
Okay, I wasn't there. But I was around there that day. I was running like a chicken was chopped off looking.
Why in the world would you drive? You were driving. You were behind the wheel. Why would you drive yourself into that station? Why would you drive around the pump? Why would you drive by the front of the gas station? Why would you tell us that you looked in that window when
I thought that's what I did. I thought that's what I did. In my mind, I did that.
What else about today that you were asked, that just give me a big chunk thing that you can remember that you lied about? Anything that you can kind of recall that you don't remember anything else?
Not that I can think of.
The deeper the detectives get into the story, the more dirt James throws on himself with these confessions. According to Victoria's psychiatrist, she never suffered from any personality disorder. Moreover, it's James who always mistreated Victoria by withholding money and preventing her from getting treatments and medications for her cancer. Moreover, just like Wesley, Victoria's daughters complained of James's lack of urgency to search for his wife after she disappeared. After finding out James is lying about him being at the gas station, the investigators will trap James again, but this time with a plausible timeline.
Let me just bring up kind of an overarching big one. The bet. For a long time, this all said, you were in the bed. There is very, 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 very strong
Proof that I didn't sleep in bed.
right.
Okay.
Now, I have to believe, Jim, that you can remember if you were in the chair all night or you were on the bed.
Well, you were just telling us a story, so we go away. Just
No.
like you told us a story about the Shell station.
I know what you're saying.
That you can remember. I just respectfully, I have to say, you got to tell me. This is your time.
Okay,
we can fire a ship on some stuff.
Okay. All right. I wasn't in bed. I'll tell you that. Okay. I didn't sleep in bed. I slept on the chair.
Why'd you lie?
Because I thought I was in bed. I wasn't in bed.
Well, then that's not a lie.
If you thought you
Don't tell me what I don't want to hear just anything.
When you asked me, I said I went to bed.
I get it.
In my eye, no, I said I went to bed.
Today, what did you testify? You testified you were in the bed.
Don't do the moving target thing.
No, I'm not doing the moving target thing. I said I went to bed. I was in bed.
In your bed, in the bedroom, where there's a TV, and you were under the covers. That's what you testified to.
I don't know if I was under. I've never said I was under the covers.
You absolutely did. It's transcript.
Okay, I did.
So here's what I'm going to tell you, Jim. It's not a lie if you say something when you thought it was the thing and you happen to be wrong. I'm telling you, you knew you weren't at that gas station. You knew you weren't in that bed, and for some reason you lied. It's okay.
I did not know I wasn't at that gas station. In my mind, when you asked me about it,
I didn't ask you. You drove me there.
yeah, but you asked to show you the route.
Yeah.
And then in my mind, I'm trying to remember where all I went.
Yeah. So you said, I'm not sure about this road. I'm not sure. Oh, but I remember driving past this storefront and looking in. I'm not going to bed.
And you said the video showed nothing.
And that's what I said, yeah.
Okay, I gotta take your word for it that I didn't drive through there. So I lied about that. I'm sorry, I lied.
It's not a lie if that's what you thought was in your mind.
Well, what is it? I'm telling you.
What is it? I'm telling you you lied. You're telling me something else.
Well, you're telling me I lied, so I'll agree with you. I lied.
Well, I don't want you agreeing with him or I if that's not the truth. I want you to tell me what the truth is, and I'm trying to give you some rope.
I know you're trying to give me some rope
to get some credibility back.
I understand
because I think the judge wants to know that. I think Wendy wants to know that. And that you got to be honest about the little stuff before you can be honest about the big stuff. The big reason we're here.
I know. I understand.
The big reason. I mean, you're facing something really, really serious.
I know.
How much do you want to help yourself out?
I want to help myself, but I want to help Kathy way more.
Well, let me get to that part.
Well,
way more.
What do you want to do for her?
I'm telling the truth.
Because she told the lies, just like you told her.
Then I covered up for her.
And she says she covered for you. Because you both were.
Yeah.
You were both complicit with that.
Yeah.
And you can't change that. You can't erase that. You can't make that go away.
Can't make it go away. Oh, but the truth was what I told you now.
And if she is truly not involved in anything other than
the cover-up,
all she was
involved in,
you need to tell us what the heck happened so that we can clear her and get her.
Honest to God, Jay, she had nothing to do with it.
But how do I know that? You got to explain.
I don't know how I can.
You got to explain some stuff so that we can prove that.
Show that. Explain what? Tell me what.
Vicky's dead.
Yes,
she's not here.
She's not here. I don't know. She's dead. I don't.
I do this for a living. There are other statements that you have made to other people where they say, he told us she's dead just by the way. And it's family members, it's searchers, it's all sorts of other people that have taken your words and they're like, that's not good.
At this point, James definitely feels the heat as detectives crush him with piling evidence. As per James' children, he wanted to donate all of Victoria's stuff at Goodwill, as he was certain that Victoria wouldn't come back. And as if that's not disgusting enough, James confidently told everyone that his wife was dead, which further hinted at his guilt. So, taking James' overconfidence and lies into consideration, the detectives are about to give him another reality check.
So it seems like you care for Kathy, right?
Yes, I do. Very much.
You don't want to see anything bad happen to Kathy.
No, I don't.
You don't want to see her away from
No.
her family, her animals.
Her animals, her family, her daughter and her son. Well, her son talks to her. Yeah, we know that. At least there's.
I mean, you even said I got to clear her
Yes.
when we sat down. You said I got nothing to lose when we sat down. You're right. You're right. Did the officers tell you were under arrest for first degree theft when they brought you here?
Yep. Yep.
Here's what I'm going to tell you.
You're under arrest for first degree homicide.
Here's what I'm going to tell you, Jim. We work with the prosecutor's office very, very closely. The prosecutor's office takes into consideration many, many different things. That includes Kathy, and that includes you. As far as Kathy is concerned, she lied. She lied in a homicide investigation. She lied in a homicide investigation, and then she lied under oath. Potential exposure to that is prison. Significant time behind bars. But really, we're here at the end of the day just to recover Vicky.
Yeah, we don't,
That's it.
We don't want her in trouble.
I can have significant communication with the prosecutor's office so they can look at consideration about really what is the objective here, and that's really recovering Vicky for the family, because this pain has got to stop. It is going to eat you alive, and it's going to eat the family alive, and everyone. It's just going to keep festering. And I am guarantee you that the prosecutor can really take a good hard look at consideration of what to do with Kathy. But you are her life and savior right now. You're the one that holds the key, because we're done. And we don't have Vicky's body. There's not much consideration here. I am willing, listen to me. There's other cases that I'm aware of, that I've read about, that I've spoken with detectives and know about, that even the individuals that are in your seat have received significant consideration from the prosecution and from the court, and have been able to salvage something in their life and in their dignity and in the family by being truthful and honest. Now, if you want her to continue to take the ride for this, she will take a full ride. But this is a chance, because she's going to take a full ride. You hold the key. I know I hold the key, and I'm telling you, Roman, I don't know where she is. Then guess what? I don't know. If you don't jump in the car with us and show us, I have nothing to give to the prosecutor. I can't get in the car and point someplace and say she's there. I can't do it. I don't know where she is. I'll have to tell Kathy. You'll have to tell her, because I don't know where she is, Roman. As much as I want to help her, I cannot go and point a place and say there she is. I don't know.
Let me ask this. Don't get mad at me. I have to ask tough questions, right?
Yes.
Is Vicky in a way where she isn't there? Where she can't be there? She's never to be had because of whatever happened?
I don't know. I understand what you're saying, guys. And believe me, if I knew what happened to her and where she is, I would tell you. Just to save Kathy. Not to save my... I don't care about my ass.
No, I believe that. I think you're done. I think like you said, you got nothing to lose.
And if I knew where she was,
yeah, you got nothing.
And what happened to her,
no, you got nothing to lose, Jim.
I would tell you. I have no reason not to tell you, because I want to go to jail anyway.
Why would you go to jail if you didn't do it?
I didn't do it.
Well, the people are going to believe you then, right?
I hope they do.
I think you're going to go to jail because you don't think the people are going to believe you.
Oh, maybe they will and maybe they won't. I'll take my chances, I guess, with the jury.
That's a big gamble.
Well, it's a big gamble.
With all the lies and inconsistencies.
I know.
Videos.
And I'll guarantee you, if somebody comes and offers me a plea deal, I won't take it, because I will not plead guilty to something I did not do.
Okay.
I will not plead guilty to something I did not do. And I don't know where she is.
You have no interest in providing any kind of peace to the family, do you?
Yes, I wish I could provide peace to the family. Roman, I don't know where she is.
Years off their life, you know.
I don't know where she is, Roman.
You're taking years off their life.
Roman, look at me. I don't know where she is.
Jim, I don't believe you.
I know you don't believe me. I'm telling you.
100% I don't believe you.
She doesn't have any means. She doesn't have transportation. She doesn't have money. She physically can't do it. She doesn't know anyone.
I don't know where she is.
There were no phone calls. There was no other friends. There was no other family members. You know what I mean? When you take all of those things away,
I know what you're saying. Me.
Yeah.
And I did not do anything to her. I did not hurt her.
This lie is just as laughable as when you say.
Well, then I know you're never going to, no matter what, if she come walking through the damn door alive, you would say she's dead just to get me.
No.
Yes, you would. I did not do nothing to that woman. I did not hurt her. And if I did, I'd tell you right now to shake Kathy.
Even though James doesn't easily crack under pressure, the slight insights on his charges are good enough to shake him. And to keep the ball rolling, the detectives are about to throw a curveball that will seal James's fate.
And I'd show you where she is if I knew it. I do not know where she is.
Let's get in my car so you can do that.
Pardon?
Let's get in my car so you can show me.
You can get in the car and ride me around all over. I won't be able to show you anything. Because I don't know where she is. I don't know what happened to her. I can't show you where she is if I don't know where she is. I can't tell you what happened to her if I don't know what happened to her. And I would if I could, if I knew where and what, I would tell you to save her. Right now, I would tell you to save her. If I could bring peace to the family, I would.
I don't think
If
that's
bring
true.
peace to me, I would.
I don't think that's true, Jim.
Well,
But you can't bring peace when you're lying.
I'm not lying about where she is.
But you know what I mean?
know.
You-
God,
You lied to the
I
investigation.
don't know where she is.
You lied on the stand today.
I did that. I'll admit that. But I do not know where she is. So help me God.
She doesn't go poof.
I know she.
You were the last one to see her. You were the last one with her. You were the last one to hear her.
I don't know. If I knew, I'd tell you right now.
Bullshit.
I'd tell you right now because I don't want Kathy in trouble.
You don't want to be caught. You didn't want to be caught today on the stand,
And you lied.
and you lied.
All right.
You don't want to be caught now.
Okay, I'll admit, I killed her. There. I killed her. Kathy had nothing to do with it.
Tell me what you did to
Where
her.
I don't know. I don't know where she is. I
Tell me how you killed her. No.
I don't know how I killed her.
Tell me how you.
I didn't. So I can't tell you.
Did you?
I can't tell you. I don't know.
Well, did you choke her?
Then
No, I didn't choke her. I don't know where she is.
Was she alive when she got into your truck?
She never got in the truck with me.
did you assist her with something?
No, I didn't assist her with anything.
Did she ask you to do something?
No, she didn't ask me to do anything to her or for her. I don't know where she is.
Was it an accident?
No, honest to God, I did not hurt that woman that day. I did not do anything
Don't
to
call
her.
her that
Oh, that woman. Okay, I'm sorry.
That
I did not.
advisor.
I did not hurt my wife that day. I did nothing to her.
Jim, what would happen to a body if you put it in those sludge ponds where you worked?
I don't know. You'd probably never find it. Only I wasn't working at Sludge Ponds.
But if you
But
put
you
a
had
body in there,
I had access, but it wouldn't disappear.
but you said you'd never find it.
Yeah.
Why
You probably would. I don't know.
Well, you said you wouldn't even find it. Why did you say that?
Because I've seen what happened with deer when they run in there.
What happened to the deer? Tell me what happened.
A lot of times they sit on top and find a rock, die on top,
Right.
and then they'll stay there. They won't.
Right.
You'll see them.
Yep.
And as you push more sludge, they'll float away or go somewhere. It's not liquid like people think. It's
Right.
solid.
Right. We walked on it.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's solid.
So what you said, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that you didn't work there, but you had access to it. And that if a body was to go in there, you'd never find it because you've seen what happens to the deer when they run.
Yeah,
That's what you said, right?
Yeah, that's what I said. Okay, you don't have to be a brain surgeon to figure that out.
One of those.
You don't have to be a brain surgeon to figure that out, Roman.
No, I'm just a cop, my friend. I'm just a cop.
No.
Right.
You don't even have to be a cop to figure that out.
No.
The average lay person can walk out
I mean, you
there.
got access to a truck. You got access to heavy equipment. You and Wally are close. I mean, there are, you know what I mean?
How is up and down the highway? Sludge ponds.
I mean, from let's say Wes left at 8:00 p.m., right?
I don't know what time he left.
8 to 4.
I don't know what time he left.
Let's just say 8 to 4. Right?
Yeah, okay.
He wasn't there, right?
But
He wasn't at your house overnight from.
He wasn't there
I don't
when
know
Vicky
what
disappeared.
I don't know what time he left.
He was, how about this? He wasn't there when Vicky disappeared.
As far as I know, no.
He went to a friend's house. We have him
Yeah, he went
all over the place.
He went to a friend's house or something.
He was smoking dope and all the
Sorry,
goes, right?
his friend's house.
And he wasn't there when Vicky disappeared.
And what time he left, I don't know.
Who was there when Vicky disappeared?
There was a
Just me.
whole 8 hours.
Okay, if you're saying he left at 8 o'clock, then there was 8 hours.
Plus or minus, right? I'm affording you. I'm affording myself the same thing I did for you. I mean, you say 5 or 6 weeks.
I know,
plus or minus.
I know.
You know,
I understand.
plus or
Okay.
minus. You know what I mean?
All right.
I mean, that's a long time, Jim, to be alone in a house, and she's gone.
So the only thing I want is her body. That's it.
Roman, if I could get her body, I'd give it to you. I don't know where it is.
Oh, that's colorful. You want your wife's body.
Oh, you
That's
know.
colorful.
All right,
Hold on. We started with that woman. Now you get her body on. That's the route you're gonna go. This is your wife that you love.
No, that
This is your wife that you love for 24 years.
That isn't the way I meant it.
One that was disabled because she had mental health issues.
Okay, I said it.
Yeah, you can't take it back.
I can't take it back. No,
What you did, you can't take back.
I didn't do anything to her, and I don't know where she is.
The detectives are certain that James had killed Victoria, judging from his prolonged mistreatment towards her. Another indicator of him dumping her body in the sludge pond is his profession. James worked as a truck driver for the trucking company McKeefery & Sons. As part of his job, he was responsible for loading paper mill waste onto trucks. This gave him regular access to the poisonous sludge pond filled with industrial waste. The pond is located between his residence at Pittsfield and his workplace near the Green Bay Airport. During the hearing of the John Doe trial in 2019, he stated under oath, "I think if a body was put into the sludge ponds, it would never be found. I know that as I saw what happened to the deer that went in there." However, he denied his involvement after this. But that's not where it ends. According to the testimony of one of his jailmates, he bragged about how no one would find Victoria's remains due to the absence of teeth and blood. This claim strongly aligns with the sludge pond's corrosive characteristics. Furthermore, Victoria's body remains undiscovered to this day, leading everyone back to that one lingering question: will James face harsh consequences for his actions? On February 27, 2021, James was indicted for 2 counts of perjury, resisting an officer, and first-degree intentional murder at the age of 75. He was sentenced on May 26, 2021, to life in prison without parole at Waupun Correctional Institution in Wisconsin.